Welcome to How False is Your Fallacy? You may be wondering, what is a fallacy? According to Purdue Owl, fallacies are common errors in reasoning that will undermine the logic of your argument. Fallacies can be either illegitimate arguments or irrelevant points and are often identified because they lack evidence that supports their claim. So, where have you seen fallacies used before? Using fallacies is actually quite common. We start using them when we're kids before we even know what they are. Most recently, you may have seen fallacies used in the last election. In a recent NPR interview, Sam Nelson, director of forensics at Cornell University, has said fallacies are used all the time in campaigns. He says that people are always busy and don't have time to logically think about arguments. This is why we look for shortcuts. He recommends that we be careful of these shortcuts that are really fallacies and avoid them. With the help of a few friends, I've put together a few scenarios in which 4 popular fallacies are used. These fallacies are a red herring, hasty generalization, an ad hominem, and a slippery slope. So let's get started.
So Rana, I called you in here today to talk about why you didn't turn in your research paper.
Oh, right, that. Well, I mean, I had to work extra hours, like super extra hours. I was at home till midnight, and then when I got home, I had so many things to do, like pick out my outfit for tomorrow, and well then, I started working on it, and then it's a really boring subject. You gave me a really boring subject, and I fell asleep, and I tried to wake up early the next morning. It didn't work out, and that's why I didn't turn it in. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I'm being the honest student and not saying my dog ate my homework.
A red herring is a tactic used to divert attention away from the key issues, often by avoiding opposing arguments rather than addressing them. In this case, we see that Rana is not so much answering her teacher as she is just making excuses and trying to divert the teacher's attention away from why she didn't turn in the paper.
Oh my gosh, The Dark Knight Rises DVD comes out today. I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, you won't like that.
Why? Why?
Because that's an action film. You girls don't like action films. You should just stick to your chick flicks.
A hasty generalization is a conclusion based on insufficient or biased evidence, or rushing to a conclusion before having all the relevant facts. In this scenario, we see Andrew assuming that the girls wouldn't want to see Dark Knight Rises solely on the fact that they're girls, not taking into account that they may actually like action films.
Alright, Mike, so I'm thinking about taking Batman 101. What would you say about that?
Well, first of all, I think it's a great class.
Dude, nice.
I mean, I think it's just, there's a lot of good positive things about the class.
Is it easy?
It's pretty easy for the most part. The only issue that I have, honestly, is the instructor.
What about him?
He smells horrible, so you can tell that he has trouble getting the information out. He just reeks all the time. Like that's the biggest thing for me.
An ad hominem is an argument used to attack an opponent's motive or character rather than the policy or position they maintain. Here we see that Mike is attacking his teacher because he doesn't like the way he smells, rather than talking about the class or his teaching ability. Hey Brandon.
Hi.
Did you take the dogs for a walk today?
No.
No. They're gonna get all frustrated, and then they're gonna chew up all the furniture, and then we're gonna have to get it reupholstered, and to get it reupholstered, we're gonna have to take money out of our savings account, which we were saving up to go on that cruise. I guess now we can't go on that cruise, just because you didn't want to walk the dogs. This is my favorite fallacy because it seems to be the one that we use the most. A slippery slope is a conclusion that if A happens, then B, C, D, and then eventually will lead to Z. And if Z isn't wanted, then A shouldn't be allowed to happen in the first place. So we see that Brandon didn't take the dogs for a walk, and somehow it turned into our cruise being canceled. This just goes to show that fallacies are silly. You might be asking, how do we avoid using fallacies, especially in our speeches? First, start your speech with a thesis. This ensures that the conclusion logically flows from your thesis and that all the contents in your speech support both your conclusion and your thesis. Second, don't make claims that can't be supported with facts. Strong persuasive speeches do not use arguments that can't be supported by evidence. And most importantly, do not speak with intention to manipulate. Manipulation can occur by using tactics such as fear, which diverts the audience's attention from the main issue. Follow these 3 simple steps, and you'll ensure that all your speeches are fallacy-free.